Hey everybody, it is the Angry Honey Badger here, and it is, in fact, time for Badger's Picks for the week of December 8th. Let's see who's free this week and which 4 champions I'm going to recommend. Free this week, we will see Blitzcrank, Cho'Gath, Javin the Fourth, Kalista, Karthus, Leona, Miss Fortune, Olaf, Twisted Fate, and Zac. And as for my first recommendation, I'm going to give that over to a champion I know I've recommended a couple times. That's Miss Fortune. She's very strong right now. Her new ultimate actually just starts to wreck teams, which in previous seasons it was good, and then it kind of got crappy for a while, and then it was kind of only used for farming late game. But now, since you get more waves within your ultimate as the duration of the game goes on, you get to just deal more damage overall. It is great. If you can get a full ultimate off at level 16 against an enemy team, you will probably get a pentakill. It is just super good. So, Miss Fortune's really strong. She's a lot better too. Some of the other tweaks they made to her kit make her a little bit better as well. If you haven't had a chance to play her yet, I recommend doing so. My second recommendation for this week, that's going to go to Twisted Fate. Now, Twisted Fate is what I would call a risk-reward champion. You need to know how to play him to a competent level to get the most out of him, I would say, but you could say that for almost any champion. But if you fall behind with Twisted Fate, you really don't feel like you do anything later on in the game, so that's one thing you need to be cautious about if you play Twisted Fate. But make sure you pull those correct cards when you need them, and if you CS well, you get bonus gold because of his passive, so you can actually get ahead on your lane opponent item-wise. And he's very strong, and he's really good at showing up to other lanes to gank. So if those are all things you like about mid laners, being able to roam, Twisted Fate's one of the best at doing it. So if you like that playstyle, you might want to try him out. My third recommendation for the week is a champion I played kind of a handful of last season, and he's still really fun. That's going to be Javin the Fourth. I really like him in top lane. I know he jungles obviously fine, and we see him there quite a bit, but I like him in the lane. He struggles a little bit with mana control, and he's a little bit squishy if you build him full offense, but if you do build him full offense, he will absolutely crush people. He does a crazy amount of damage, and actually a really surprising amount of burst damage if you land everything. So he's very good in the top lane. He also sets up pretty good ganks once he has Cataclysm too, because he can trap his opponent, and then the jungler can easily come in and help finish the kill off. So if you're looking for just somebody different to play, he's definitely a different and fun top laner. And as for my final recommendation for the week, I'm going to give that one over to Leona. Since ADCs are stronger, having a support that can, in theory, let your ADC deal more damage is kind of awesome. And let alone because ADCs deal more damage now, having somebody locked down and stuck in place longer is also a bonus. And Leona does both of those things quite well. The only drawbacks to Leona are if she commits to a fight and the team doesn't follow her, she kind of gets hung out to dry and she kind of just dies instantly. So you kind of need to be on page or on the same page with the rest of your team when you go in for an initiation. It's not the end of the world if that does happen, but you just need to really be aware of your surroundings when you go to pick an engagement. So you just need to be careful, but if you can get them correctly done and correctly initiated upon, you will wipe the floor usually with their faces. So she's very strong at that, and she helps, like I said, all those ADCs deal more damage, which is always a good thing. Those are the champions that are free this week. Those are the 4 that I would be playing or might be playing this week. Although I own every champion, doesn't really matter. But yes, those are the champions. If there's a box around any of these champion portraits, that means you can click on it. It will take you to a build and guide of some sort for the champion. Don't forget to enter the Valve Games giveaway on Twitter if you want to do that, obviously. Let me know which 4 champions down below in the comments that you will be playing this week. And other than that, I wish you the best of luck this week on the Fields of Justice.